Hello everyone and welcome to the pre-race show for the Mediocre Racing Experience. I completely botched that name, I don't care. We are joined by... turn that down. We are joined by 4 drivers right now who would like to get interviewed, so we'll go ahead and start off with the champion. Egg, how you doing?
You did it.
Alright. I'm just gonna
What?
ask you the same stuff I asked last week, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Alright, so you're the champion, or you were the champion last season. How do you keep that momentum going into Daytona?
Uh, drive smart. Don't drive over your head. Be there till the end. Don't no mistakes. Uh, keep up the pressure. Play it smart. And try not to tear up equipment like the 60 car in 2018.
Alright,
Yeah.
let's calm down. Let's calm down. There's no need for that. Um, so, geez, I can't remember anything that I asked last week. This is embarrassing. I don't have that swagger that I had last week. Um, how do you win tonight?
Pushes. Try not to wreck anybody, I guess. Unless it's the last lap. Uh, Play it smart. Be there at the end. Uh, Stay out of any trouble. And yeah, Brackley
Alright,
War.
so you and Racing Fan, you're the only 2 Fords in the field. How hard is it to work with each other when you know you have no one else to work with?
Well, first off, it's called Ford Domination, and
Well, we saw that last year.
then we had like more than half of the wins. Um, and I don't know. I don't think that's really big of a factor, but I mean, just I guess if you like somebody, that's just how it works.
Alright then. That's kind of a mid response. Let's go to Jake now. Alright, Jake, you're getting interviewed.
What? Egg is screaming
I,
a bunch of racial slurs right
okay,
now. I can't hear you.
we got him muted for a reason. Alright, so you're of course the owner of this league. How do you think things went last season?
Like the entire season or how
Yeah.
Daytona?
Oh,
What? Speaking of,
I gotta mute him. I'm doing interviews.
I couldn't understand you. Are you
Yeah,
talking
how
about
did
just
the season go
Daytona?
just like overall? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are there some things
Uh,
that you would change this season?
for the most part, I was really pleased with it. I'm currently getting a call from Bobby on Discord right now, so I'm
Uh,
gonna have to hurry up with this. Unless you want to just skip me, then just go to Racing Fan, and I'll let you
yeah.
know when I'm back. All right, I'll be right back.
Alright. Yeah, Racing Fan just got here, so we'll give him a break. Death Bomb, hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm excited.
Me too.
So you're obviously a rookie. Um, I'm I said this to Egg, but I'm trying to remember all the stuff that I asked last week. I'm having a brain fart right now. But
Uh,
this is your first race. How hard will it be to match the competitive level that these guys had last season tonight, knowing that it's your first race?
I think mainly the difficulty is going to come from them making
All right, I'm back.
more
Oh
moves.
crap, I forgot to unmute Jake. Or I forgot to mute him. Amazing.
I think the difficulty is mainly going to come with how these guys are going to race on the track, especially when making moves. Because, I mean, this is Daytona. Speed won't be a factor as long as you can keep up with the pack. But making the right moves at the right time, that's going to be the difficulty.
Alright, I'd ask you another question, but you just put like 5 answers into one. So, I guess we'll just talk about something else for a minute. What is your favorite stage of Mr. Incredible Uncanny?
Um, the first one.
I gotta agree. Alright, let's move on to the other part of Jake's interview now. Alright, Jake, welcome back.
All
What was I
right,
asking? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I
you're
gotta mute.
asking me how.
I gotta mute Bobby quick. Sorry about that.
how the first season went.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, is there what'd you like, what'd you not like? Is there anything that you changed for this season?
What I liked about last season was I don't know how to put it, but like although this field was relatively small, I mean for like other league standards, it nobody really like got angry at it. Nobody was really taking it too seriously. So that's a big plus for me. But one of the things I didn't like was some of the races were way too short. Like the Glen was the whole race was ruined because there was no strategy in it. And that's really the reason why nobody could get up to Bush. Oh.
That's
Dover was another race that I think actually I don't really think there's any saving Dover unless you bring a different car there.
yeah,
But
yeah, that's fair.
that's pretty much it. I'd say I really liked how I handled it last season. This season, I'm going for somewhat the same thing, other than like a few tracks that are like added. Like Bristol has another date. Talladega has 2 dates. What else was I gonna say? The races are a little bit longer by like 10 laps. Um, that's pretty much all I have to say. Is there any other questions?
I'm trying to think of how I like do the part before the question, like the context. So just give me a second. All right, so Daytona, obviously it's a very intense race. How do you manage your anger and your frustration during a big race like this?
Simple. You don't.
That is a great response. I like that one. All right, thank you, Jake. Hopefully you finish second to Egg tonight. I'm kidding. Egg's not gonna win. All right, that's enough of him. Let's go and interview Kodine. Kodine, you there, buddy? All right.
Oh.
All right. So
Probably
Kodine,
memories.
you got one win last season. How do you get multiple this season?
Let's just say that if I'm going to be the only person who's going to be at the back to the front, if there's a wreck happen, like the 20 to go in the race, and if someone does like make the move on the last lap, anything could possibly happen. But am I supposed to see if I do get like a career win in the season, like last season? I got my first win was in Auto Club. Apparently I didn't win any races. I only got one though. I only got one because of the battle. And sorry if you hear that background noises, but it's
Yeah, I
just
don't mind.
eh. But yeah, we'll see how it does here this season. We'll see what we can do here this season. I'm really excited.
Yeah. So I've been asking other people this, but how do you win tonight?
Just like maybe stay out of it, but like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens if I do get in my strategy. We'll see.
All right. Thank you. Let's move on to Racing Fan now. Hello, Racing Fan. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
All right. So I asked Egg this, but how does Ford stay dominant this season?
Um, we just stay quick. Uh, we just keep doing the same thing we were doing last year, and that's stay up front, be consistent, and not make many mistakes on the track.
Tonight's obviously a big race. Egg is your only Ford teammate. Would you wreck him for the win if it came down to you two?
Uh, I wouldn't wreck him.
Just a little
I mean,
cage
I'll try
rattling?
something if I get the opportunity, but if it comes to me working with Egg the whole race, then I wouldn't have a problem. Whether if it be me pushing him or him pushing me. Teamwork's probably the best option here at these super speedway races.
Couldn't agree anymore. All right, so you're obviously a big music fan. What is your go-to song while racing?
You know what? I was just gonna talk about that as a side note because I am very disappointed today because I just found out that the Red Jumpsuit Apparatuses Don't You Fake It album turned 17 years old on Tuesday, and I missed it. So I'm gonna be listening to this album the whole race. I already started listening to the album a couple minutes ago, but I'm gonna restart it when we start the race. So yeah.
All right, good strategy. Thank you. I know. All right, so we got one last guy here to interview before the race starts soon. Bobby, how are you?
Did you say my name?
Yeah, I'm doing
Okay.
interviews, so
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. I have really nothing to say, so
All right. I'll just give you an easy one. How do you win tonight?
yeah.
Like, what's your strategy?
I don't know. Probably stay out front as long as I can. So that's only my strategy, I guess.
All right. Not sure, but confident. Thank you. All right, and that is all of the drivers for now racing in tonight's event. And I just realized that I never put the stream in Jake's chat. I gotta do that quick. I feel like a lot of people are saying Yor did it right now, so. Streams, there we go. Alright, Jake, it's in there. Giggy. So yeah, more to come after this, but we're gonna take a quick break here. Stick around, the race will be starting soon, hopefully.
sees it. Yeah.
All right, so we got
Really hope we get more people.
riding on board with Jake right now. We're gonna have him explain a lap here at Daytona what he's doing.
Throttle. So you, okay, so you turn left.
All right.
Still turning left. Hey, Codine. Still turning left. All right, now you want to stop turning left. You have not lifted the throttle once. I have not gotten any draft from Codine yet. All right, you're not turning other than a little bit to the right, so you don't hit the freaking patch of pavement on the bottom there. If you do, you'll die immediately. Now you see, you turn left. Turn left. Still turning left. Now you want to stop turning left. Jesus! Where did all our help go? Then.
Thank you, Jake. That was the worst explanation I've ever heard. Ha ha. All right, whatever that was. Yeah, whatever that was. So it looks like, remember, just 5 laps. It looks like they're on lap 2 right now. 2 out of 5. So when they get to the line, they're gonna be reaching 3 laps ago. And you take a look at some of these guys back here. It looks like Racing Fan and Egg, they're spread out. The reason that they are doing this, well, I think they spread off a little too much, but... Oh, the 51 in the wall. That's going to hurt him. Could be a significant no-no, because it looks like he's going to move to the outside to let Racing Fan and Egg by. And if I had to guess right now, based on how it's looking, I'd say either Racing Fan or Egg has the pole right now. They really got the strategy down of sitting back and trying to take the draft from the car in front of them. Coming out of 4, they're going to be seeing 2 to go now. The one in front, but remember, position does not matter here. It is only based on lap time, and that's how they'll set the qualifying. There are no duels for this race. It is only time based. And it looks like now Jake is trying that same strategy of hanging back and waiting for them to... Oh, the 51's in the wall again. 9 scruffed the wall a little bit as well. I don't think it's going to hurt the 9 as much as it hurt the 51 though. But look at the run that Jake gets here. You see... Well, we talked about that Ford domination earlier, as Jake now moves to the bottom and he's going to get forced up. You can see the white flag this time. 1 to go in the race. Jake trying for any last-ditch effort. Death Bomb now, he's playing the strategy, trying to get a run on Egg and Racing Fan, and he's going to keep going. I think. But yeah, it looks like probably one of these 2 Fords are going to get the pole here, as these guys are swarming all around. As the 51 has completely lost the draft. But yeah, these guys look like bees around a jar of honey or something. I don't know. I don't know much about bees, so that analogy doesn't work. But coming to the line, Racing Fan is going to finish first. I could imagine. Yeah. And we are going to have to see who won the pole here. It's going to be very interesting. as now we are awaiting the results of qualifying to see who starts first in the first race of the season. And to no surprise, Egg got the pole. Who would have thought? Alright, we're gonna interview him now. Egg, congratulations on the pole. How did the car handle?
Um, good. Yeah.
Alright, so
Woo NASCAR.
yeah, I was talking about during qualifying the strategy that you and Racing Fan were playing. It obviously paid off. You guys are starting 1-2. I don't think
We
there's a
cooked.
bonus for fastest lap in the race, but are we gonna see a lot more of that throughout the night?
I sure hope so, but at the same time, I do not hope because you don't want to be in the back, but you probably will eventually.
Well, I don't think it would
So,
be too bad to be
yeah.
in the back, considering Joey's not racing, but whoa!
You're that.
Yeah, I did do it. Good luck and tell Racing Fan I said you did it. Alright, that was Egg. First pole of the season, starting off right where he finished last year. Alright, yeah, just tell me whenever to join. Okay. Alright, I'm starting my intro, but I won't, or they won't be able to hear any of you, so yeah. Okay.
Daytona 500, Premier Boxing Champions, Mediocre Series, College Football, Friday Night SmackDown,
Alright. Kind of upsetting we couldn't have more
Oh,
drivers.
I gotta mute you, that's right.
world's biggest events are on Fox Sports.
You are looking live at a sold-out Daytona International Speedway for tonight's 50-lap main event. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Daytona for race 1 of the Mediocre Racing Experience, the Daytona 300. 6 drivers on hand for tonight's Season 2 opener, and it is sure to be a thriller. And now, let's go to tonight's starting lineups brewed by Starbucks. Oh, stupid ad. I knew it was going to happen at least once. Alright, so during this first lap, we're just going to go ahead and introduce all the drivers. They are green, but yeah, let's get this started. Starting off in row 1, we've got the champion, Midwest Rail Racer 2120. Followed alongside him, spot number 2, the real Scubs Magoo, Racing Fan 2006. In row 2, we've got Godzilla, Jake M706, and the Killer Bomb, Death Bomb 1337. Finally in row 3, we've got the God, Kodan God, and Fargo's very own Hendrick Racing 9. Let's go racing. It was very cringe, I apologize. It was bad. Alright, so lap 1 is complete, and it looks like Egg is going to get the first point of the seat, or he already got the first point for leading the pole, but that's beyond the point. So he's going to lead him down into 1. It looks like the majority of the people are on the outside. The 51 already trailing behind as the 98 hits the wall. And it looks like the Chevrolets have split up, but now it looks like they're going to be single file. Take a look throughout the field. Racing Fan, you saw him hit the wall earlier. It doesn't look like he's going to lose the draft. He might even be going behind him to catch up to the 51. But obviously no caution, and here comes the 1 to the outside. Kodine trying to make a move. He doesn't have any help, though. He's going to get stalled out there on the top with nobody to work behind him. So meanwhile, Egg still leads. Now Jake M to the outside. He's got help behind him. Ford's on the bottom. Chevrolet's on the top. All clean so far. It looks like Jake's the only one. What a great camera angle. I can't even see anything. Looks like Jake's the only one on the top right now. So I am going to do something real quick. There we go. Now you can actually hear the cars as these doohickeys roll by. You take a look at them single file. The Fords, they were so dominant last season, and they are continuing their dominance this season, running 1-2 right now. Egg so far has led every single lap in this race. They're currently on lap 4 out of 100, and now they're going to split it as Racing Fan takes the lead. It looks like Egg's falling off a little bit down there on the outside, but it looks like Jake's going to let him in. Possibly, no, he does not get into the gap. So now the top 2 are going to pull away just a slight bit. It's 98 still out in front. And out of 4, it looks like lap number 5 for the first time is going to be led by someone other than Egg. It's going to be a Racing Fan. Kodine behind him. Just a couple of foreigners leading the field. Death Bomb in third. Jake running in fourth. Now it looks like Egg's going to pass him for fourth. And Bobby still running back there in sixth. Way off the pace. He's just hoping for a caution now at this point. And here comes Death Bomb back to the outside. Just got a lot of comments all at once. Take a look at what this is. Now look at this. 1, 2, 3. Kodine is in a Ford sandwich. Can you believe it? Racing fans still leading. It looks like they are single file for the most part, training there on the bottom. And it would make sense if they're trying to save gas. I don't believe they would have to, considering that we're probably going to get a couple cautions as well. And here comes Death Bomb to the outside. He's trying to do something. Does he have help behind him, though? That is the big question. He does not have help behind him. And that is going to hurt him if he does not get someone behind him to push. And it looks like nobody is going to work with the 40. So he's going to drop down to 5th and get behind the 9. Jake now on the outside. Trying to do anything that he can. And he's going to let the 40 go through. Death Bomb going to go through. Jake went a little bit wide there. I gotta take a listen to how this sounds quick.
Nah, yeah, I ain't got it.
Sorry, Jimmy, I gotta mute you there. Alright, so just a little bit. Looks like we got someone else here in the party, so it's gonna be... They've made it to lap 8. The big question is, are they gonna back out? It's still somewhat early in the race, but at the same time, they've got almost 20% of the race done already. So, see what happens. I don't believe that they're gonna back out, but you never know. Maybe they're gonna wait till the first caution to do it. As they are 3 wide, we got one in the wall! Couple cars in the wall! The 60 around. The 40 hit the wall. I don't know if that's a caution. It looks like they're gonna race it back either way. Looks like the 60 curse has not left, or the curse has not left Roush. It is still there. It is indeed still there. And we're going to see if they are slowing down. It does not look like they're... Yeah, they are slowing down. Okay, so first caution of the night is out on lap 9. Oh, it keeps pinging me. Okay. Alright. Gotcha. And it looks like they are going to back out for Racing Jimmy, so 9 laps complete here, or 8 laps complete, currently on lap 9. And it looks like our first caution of the night, which means our first break of the night as well. Stay tuned. We got more after this or something or other, I don't know. Or did it? Alright, after that quick break that felt like forever, we are back. And we are getting ready to start the second part of this race. First caution, as a reminder, for what caused the caution, it was 2 cars. 60 got hooked, I believe. I don't know exactly what happened, but the 60 and the 40 were involved, and that's what set out the first caution. Plus, they had to back out anyways and pick up Jimmy, who is driving in the 48. And it looks like we are ready to go green. Once again, Jake on the inside, Jimmy on the outside. They're gonna go green, but they are going to do a pace lap just to make sure the field is set correctly here for the restart. So as you can see, they're going very slow. If I remember correctly, pace speed was 55. So one thing that separates this league from most of the other NASCAR heat leagues is that this league has manual cautions. And where did blood go? Alright, apologies for that. Someone lagged out, so we had to start the whole thing over again. But we are going to restart on, I believe, lap 9, I want to say? Something like that, though. So it looks like they're getting ready to go green right now. Yeah, you see them already into 1. They're gonna continue the yellow here, set the field up to how it was before everything happened. So the first caution was on lap 9, of course. It looks like they're going to resume it right now. Yeah, they are doing a pace lap. The 51 of Bobby had to go to the garage, so we are down to 6 cars, but we did pick up Racing Jimmy, so... But But yeah, the pace speed is 55, and like I was saying, the one thing that separates this league from most of the other NASCAR Heat leagues is that they don't use in-game caution here. It's manual caution, so they will just go around the field at a slower speed and then pit if they need to. But it looks like right now they were doing the choose cone. As Racing Fan selects the inside, Jake selects the outside. Death Bomb starting third, Codine fourth, Egg fifth, and Racing Jimmy also on the bottom would be starting sixth on the inside. So everything's all mumble jumbled up now. And into the gears they go. The green flag is waving, the invisible pace car on pit road. And into the restart zone they go. We are green once again from Daytona. It's 98, had a good jump there. The 9, he's got no help behind him. 98 on the other hand, he's got the 40 car of Death Bomb behind him, ready to push. You can see a lot more guys here, a lot more people on the bottom than there are on the top. And Jake and Kodine, they realize our Egg now moves up to the top, so it looks like both lanes are even. 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top. The 98, he is out front, and storyline so far this race, Ford has been absolutely dominating. They've been the only ones to lead laps. They've been the first ones to crash. I hope Egg heard that. I'm not sorry. Yeah, Racing Fan leading, and it looks like he's going to lead this lap. Death Bomb behind him, and Racing Jimmy up to third. See a lot of these guys trying to make the top work. It's kind of hard since the bottom. Racing Fan, he's still leading. The 40, it looked like he tried to make a move there, but it's really hard to try and make a move in the turn. As let's go ahead and ride along with Death Bomb, try to see what exactly he's trying to do right now. I'm gonna find the right camera, there we go. See, he's behind that 98 trying to find some clean air, and here comes the 60. Egg moves to the outside, it looks like that outside has gotten a lot of momentum. You see the inside, and I did this race last season. I was full-time last season, so I'm kind of like the mix between commentator and driver analyst. The inside, it's the shortest way around the track, but if you get too low and you go on that yellow line, it'll really hurt your momentum. And you kind of see right there, Death Bomb, he's all over the place, and this is his first race on NASCAR Heat 5, so we're going to give him a little bit of a break. He's new to this league, so he's still learning. He's a rookie among veterans now. We are in our second season, and he's dropping to the back. And it's kind of interesting to see what the lanes are right now, as Racing Fan is going to let Egg in on the bottom. So I've said this too many times, but Ford once again 1-2, dominating, picking up right where they left off last season. They have not skipped a beat. Jake running third, Death Bomb running fourth. The only thing that's kind of a bummer about these smaller leagues, they only got 6 cars. So really, you can't get that 3 wide that you'd expect in the regular NASCAR Cup Series. But I got to give props to them. They're making it work. Single file is also somewhat interesting. If it's a fuel mileage race, you got to give it to them. They're making entertainment out of a video game. As Jake thought about moving to the outside, he does. Death Bomb and Jake now, only ones on the outside. The 1 a little bit behind, but he's still in the draft. 48, he's also in the draft. It looks like most of those Chevys, I was gonna say maybe go to the top, but they're gonna go back down to single file, try to get the draft before they make another big move here. as it is currently... Oh, it was behind. I want to say that it's lap 17 right now. I'm not sure, but I believe that yeah. Okay, so lap 17. It's really, I'm gonna be honest, it's hard to commentate when there's only 6 cars. Because there's only so much you can say until it starts to sound repetitive. But for the first time in Season 2 and the first time tonight, a Chevrolet will lead a lap and Jake gets a bonus point. The way the points work here is you get a point for leading, you get a point for the pole, and you get a point for most laps led. And I want to say it's like 10 points for a race win. I could be wrong, I probably am wrong, but yeah. 18 laps in, almost halfway here at Daytona. Jake leading the single file train. It looks like we got... I don't know what the Fords are doing, but the Chevys have really taken control of this race now. So they're running 1, 2, 3. And then Racing Jimmy, who's also a rookie, making his first start, I believe, is back there in 6th, stuck behind the, whatever the Ford Fiesta is back there. But it looks like they are getting a big run now as Egg moves to the outside. Here come the Fords on the top. The 60 with the help from the 98, the inside lane starting to fall off. Death Bomb lost the pace a little bit. Here comes Egg on the outside, trying to take the lead from the top. Could Jake hold on? The momentum shifting towards the outside, and the... looks like the 48 kind of fell off there a little bit. It's going to be side by side, but Jake is barely going to get that lap led. I believe so. We got to take a look at the... yeah, he's going to get that lap led. Barely over Egg. And Egg NASCAR, he is in... There was not really many number changes besides myself and Egg over the offseason, but Egg announced a couple weeks ago that he is switching to part-time this season, and he will be splitting 2 cars, the 00, which he won the championship in last year, and the 60 car. The reason for that is that he wants to break the curse that Ford had in 2018 with their 60 car. If you remember in the Xfinity series, the car just could not catch a break. And also, he loves the scheme. And you know, look at that beauty. Who could disagree? That is one of the better schemes here in the field tonight. And those Fords, they just know how to make good schemes. And meanwhile, not much action going on. Jake's still out in front. Junior Motorsports 1-2 here. 40. He's taking a look around, trying to find whatever as the 60 hits the wall. I think he might have hit the glitch there, but he is all alone there on the top. Now he's gonna move back down to the bottom. His teammate Racing Fan behind him, and Jimmy he's still back there in 6th. I think he's trying to hold off for now, waiting for a big wreck to happen, waiting for a little shift in momentum. But you can tell that there's 2 very distinct packs, so to say. As Jake now, he moves to the outside. I don't know if he wanted to give Kodine the lead there, or his engine temperature maybe? No, it wouldn't be engine temperature, since he was in the lead the entire time, so his engine can't really be getting hot since he had all that clean air. I think he just wanted to give his teammate Kodine a bonus point though. And especially early on in the season, if you could rack up these bonus points, it's really going to help you, as he is going to do right here and lead a lap. So now the only ones in the field that have not led a lap are the 48 of Racing Jimmy and the 40 of Death Bomb. Lap 23 now, just shy of halfway, is the ones out in front. Excuse me. see some of these people sneak into the inside there on the back straightaway, going below that WO line. You can go below the WO line here. You can in the turns. It's not recommended in the turns, but you can go below the yellow line anywhere on the track. It is completely legal, but the only rule with that is use common sense. If you don't think you're going to make it back up the track, do not force someone to the outside. And if you're on the outside and someone is trying to pass you on the inside, and you're getting to a turn, that sucks to be the guy on the inside, because logic states that the guy on the outside is not going to move. And speaking of the outside, here come the Fords once again with their dominance. Egg and Racing Fan on the top. These two just know how to work together. Every single plate race we see. Something about, I find it crazy how the only two non-Chevys in the race are able to just, it seems like anytime you look through the field, those guys are right there, bumper to bumper, trying to make a move to the lead. We have now hit lap 25, and I also commentate usually most of the races in Jake M 706's NASCAR 2014 Championship Series for NR. I'll give that a quick shout out. And usually right around halfway through the race, we do a little thing called Crank It Up. We're back. As you saw there, they were experimenting with a little 3 wide, but I think the 40 just came up the track. I heard him on the stream. He was complaining that the car was too tight. Meanwhile, the 9 says that the car is too loose, so we've got some different viewpoints here about the car. And we are right where we left off. Right where we left off, basically, with the 60 out in front, the 98 behind them. And the Chevys, they just cannot find their way around this place. right now we are to lap. They just cross it. We are on lap 30 right now, which means the laps are winding down. We're over halfway. I think you're going to expect to see some guys get a little more aggressive there. As Egg, he is going to block the top. We have not seen any of those blocks yet, and they are 3 wide. Going to be interesting to see how that works. So far, they're able to make it work. It looks like the 40 got in the wall. We got a crash. The 9 around, the 40 in the wall. Looks like the 60 is going to lead him to the yellow here. I believe that's a yellow. Yeah, you see them slowing. Yep, they're slowing down. Okay, second caution of the night. 2 cars involved. And the rule for the caution here is 2 or more cars involved in a crash is a yellow. And what they mean by, or what Jake means by involved, is if either your car is turned around, you made contact with the other guy who crashed, or you get involved in the wreck and lose a significant amount of time, they will count you as involved. Because now the field is going to get bunched up again. Egg, your leader there. Racing fan behind them. I believe Kodan was 3rd at the time of caution. And one thing I want to keep my eye on, we did see some lag from the 48 during Crank It Up, so it's going to be interesting to see if that lag continues or he gets it together. I don't believe the lag will be too bad, but as here come pit stops, Egg is going to lead him down, and you'd be stupid here not to pit. You see all 6 guys going down pit road. Very smart decision, and I said, let's see what some of the guys are talking about. The 40, he was talking about his car being too tight. So they're going to grab 4 fresh Goodyears, Sunoco fuel, a little bit of wedge adjustment on that thing, and I can't see anything. The 9 saying that the car was loose, so they're probably going to add some wedge. And it's going to be interesting to see who exactly is the first one off the pit road. And it looks like the 48 of Racing Jimmy, he's going to be the first one off, and what is going on? Very close call there. Looks like the way they got off the pit road is Jimmy first, Racing Fan second, Egg third, Konai fourth, Jake fifth, and Death Bomb in sixth. As a reminder, pace speed is 55. Pace speed is 55. It looks like they're going to choose cone here. Everyone is ready. So the way the choose cone works, at the Sunoco sign going into turn 3, if you go below the double yellow line, that means you select the inside. If you go above the yellow line, that means you select the outside. I don't believe there was any penalties, but in the event that a penalty is called, the person who gets the penalty will be called to the tail end of the longest line. It looks like, to no surprise, the Fords are going to elect for the outside. Jimmy elects on the inside. He's got Death Bomb and Kodai behind him, and Jake is going to go along with the Fords on the top. And, oh, that might be a slight issue. I think they might have screwed it up there, because now Death Bomb is going to be starting 5th instead of 6th. But into the restart zone they go. For the 3rd time today, we are green. Racing Jimmy with a great jump there. Kodine behind him, unfortunately not the best to jump. But the Fords, they got it, they had a great restart there. As you see, it looks like the 1 has catched up with Jimmy now. Both lanes side by side, neither lane giving an inch here. The 48 just a little bit out in front. As we go ahead and take a look from the helicopter camera. Believe the helicopter camera, the 48 with a little bit of an advantage, not by much. I'd say about a half a car length, and there was a big leg spike there. I believe that came from the 48. Looks like everyone behind him. I don't even know what word to use here, but yeah, it must have obviously came from the 48 because it looks like everyone there does not want to work with them anymore. They're all going to take the outside. So that, like I said, that's going to be something to keep an eye on to see if it continues or not. It looks like he's got his Wi-Fi good now. But yeah, that was a massive spike. You saw everyone behind him check up on the inside. Is now, to no one's surprise, the Fords once again 1-2. I don't know how they keep doing it, but these guys, they are the favorites. They are, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, they are absolutely the favorites. If one of them do not win the race, then that's going to be very, very disappointing. Meanwhile, it looks like that second pack trying to regroup, I think they're trying to get Death Bomb on board. But now it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We're going to have 2 separate packs here. As you got the Fords and Jimmy on the outside, and you got the Chevrolets on the bottom. So we'll ride along on board with Jake here for a bit, see if they could get any run worked up. Oh, and a massive leg spike there from the 48 again. Luckily nothing happened there, but it looks like he is moving down to the bottom. I don't know if he got called to the back by Jake, but he's obviously slowing down for everyone else to let him by there. Yeah, unfortunate. That's the only thing that sucks about these heat games, especially with some of the physics when it comes to Wi-Fi. That and netcode, some of the things you just cannot control. So Jimmy is going to move to the back now. Jake is going to take the 3rd spot. And yeah, and here comes Death Bomb to the inside. Very interesting move. I don't think it's the best to be working side by side right now. Yeah. So there, once again, single file. It looks like the 40 is a little squirmy. I think they put too much, or too little wedge there on the last adjustment on the pit stop. But it looks like they should catch up to the Fords in no time now. I'm no mathematician, but I think 4 is easily a bigger number than 2. Crossing the line, it looks like it's going to be lap 37 out of 50 now. And take a little bit of a break, knowing that, yeah, I don't know what to say there. But it's going to be interesting to see if they move to the outside, and they obviously will. I don't like that big Coca-Cola logo. I think it gets in the way. I think it's kind of cool, but it very much gets in the way. So you see Death Bomb now. It looks like he's going to try to lead his first lap of the race. You can see him there, door slamming Jake, and Death Bomb's like, "What, man? I want this." And he is going to get a bonus point for the 40. So that just leaves Racing Jimmy now as the only driver still left in the race that has not led a lap. And if he can hear me, I want you to lead a lap. Death Bomb now on the inside. The one thing that I found interesting, Deathbomb has been working with the Fords for most of this race, at least from what I can tell. And it just seems like there's always been packs of 3. Whenever there's 3 on the inside, there's 3 on the outside. I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer, but with a little field like this, I guess it's not really that surprising. But I do like that most of the race has been double file, as you see it. It looks like just 2 trains, as the 9 and the 40. They are almost dead even. Now the 40 a little bit with the advantage, about a car length in front of the 9. Now he's got about half a car length between the 48 and the 98. You see the 9 there with a little bit of a run. That's really going to help. A lot of momentum to push from the 48. 9 gets a little bit loose there in the corner. It's the 40. He thought about blocking the 9, but just did not work. He jammed up the inside. And this is really going to help Jake. So he's going to go back and lead a lap now. Just barely side by side there at the line. Jake led that lap. It's going to be very interesting to see who gets most laps led. It looks like the battle is between Egg and Racing Fan. I think Racing Fan has led the most laps so far, but I could be mistaken. As now the 40, he's going to move to the inside. 98's going to check up a little bit, let him back. Let him back into that inside lane above the yellow line. But you see them right now. The 40, he has been out in front for the last couple laps. I think that pit stop really helped him out. So maybe they're going to move back down to the inside, try to get another run going. Yes, indeed they will. The 48 still a little bit behind in the draft though, so I don't think he should have to worry that much. Jake, he's trying to make a move, but it's so hard to make a big move and get such a huge run here with only 4 cars. As Egg, he's gonna move up to the outside, abandon his teammate. Very interesting decision here in this stage of the race, but you know, he said in our pre-race interview, you gotta do what you gotta do. And he is part-time this year, so he is going to try anything that he can. As they were almost 3 wide there, the one had to back off a little bit. This Egg, for the first time in a while, is going to lead a lap here in this race. Lap 43. The laps, they are winding down here. As, you know, the way I do it, I still race in some leagues. At a plate track, if you're within 10 to go, it's go time. It doesn't matter who you're working with. It doesn't matter what you're doing. When that thing hits 10 to go, it's go time. And, you know, the big thing about plate racing, at least modern plate racing, I hate saying this, but you gotta be selfish. Being selfish is the only way you can win. If this were still the tandem package, it'd make a lot more sense to have a buddy, but, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do, and that's the mentality that most of these guys have nowadays in regards to play racing. And it is a very selfish type of racing, especially with some of the new packages that they put on these cars. With the 60 out front, trying to break the Roush Fenway curse. Looks like he's doing it right now. He's got help from the 40 behind him. The Ford's still on the inside. Deathbound there, stuck in the middle between the 2 of them. As Jake's going to move down, try to get a little bit of the draft from the 98, try to work up another run. It's going to be 7 to go at the line now. 7 laps to go, 7. Egg out in front. It looks like Jake just cannot get a run going there on the top side. So it's not necessarily going to be too hard to block. That is, unless the 40 does something. And I don't believe he will. I hate that camera angle so much. I'm going to be completely honest. I know I've said that before. But, yeah. Did I mention 6 to go? 6 to go, yeah. Egg out in front. It looks like they're starting to get squirmy back there. And it is 5 to go this time, or this time by. When they get to the line next time, it's going to be 4 to go in the laps. Winding down, we're in the single digits, and there goes Death Bomb. Shifted down to the outside, and they are 3 wide behind them. Little bit of a leg spike there from the 48, and that might have just killed the 9's race. Doesn't look like he lost that much of the draft, but that could have really been an issue. Egg and Racing Fan, once again, they have once again gotten to lap 2, or what am I saying? Lap 2, 1, 2, 4 laps to go. The 60, Egg out in front, trying to break the curse. He's got a teammate behind him. Racing Fan said in the pre-race interview, they've been working together, or their plan is to work together. And so Racing Fan said he wouldn't mind if he sacrificed himself and gave Egg a win. And I would assume it's the other way around if Racing Fan's leading and if Egg is in second. Much like you see with colleague racing, they don't care who wins, they just want one of their cars to win it. As Jake, he has gotten a massive run now. He is up to the outside. Out of 4, they're going to see 3 laps to go now. This time by side for the lead. The 60 out in front with just a little bit. And this, right around here, this is the moment of the race where you don't know what's going to happen. Both sides fighting for their lives. The outside falls off a little bit. The inside, much more much more organized than the outside pack. As Death Bomb falls off a little bit. And is someone else going to move to the inside? It does not look like it. Unless Death Bomb, he's trying to sabotage, perhaps, the Fords. As he's going to move to the outside. This is exactly what Jake needed. Maybe not. Maybe, yes! 2 laps to go now from Daytona. The Chevrolet is on the outside. 4 cars compared to 2 as Jimmy moves to the inside. It looks like he's going to try to get a good finish here if he can. Egg now moves up to the top, blocks Death Bomb. The 60 back down low. And he is a sitting duck. He's got no help behind him. And look at the 40. Look at the massive run he gets here with the 9 behind him and the 1. Death Bomb, the rookie. He's going to hopefully take the white here as the leader. They are still side by side though. And coming to the line, they are going to see the white flag. 1 to go from Daytona. Dead even there at the line, the 60 with a little bit of an advantage. Down to less than 4 corners as they enter turn 1. The 60 out in front. He's got about a half a car length advantage over the 40. What does the 40 do? Death Bomb, he is trying to make a move. The 48 goes below the yellow line. That is not illegal. You can do that in this league. But I don't know if anyone is going to be able to catch up to them in time. The 98, he blocks. Coming out of turn 4, Roush Fenway fans, the curse is over. Egg NASCAR wins at Daytona.
Oh my god, he's flipping.
They are wrecking now.
I don't know how the fuck Death Bomb got that big of a run. I was so scared.
So it looks like your finishing order there was Egg first, Racing Fan second, and I want to say Death Bomb third. Gonna take a look back at that. Oh, Death Bomb got second at the line.
Was a Ford Cook right there.
Egg was first, Death Bomb was second.
Whole Death Bomb thing, and he still found his way back up to second.
Egg, you got me?
Hi.
The curse is over. You have done it. The 60 car is back in victory lane.
Hell yeah, boys. Hold on, let me mute people real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, mute whoever you got up. You're the only guy I got unmuted right now.
Hold on. All right, what now?
So you finished, and this was the big thing that I was hyping up all week. You were the first one, you were the champion last year, and you took that momentum and you brought it right here to Daytona. What does this mean win to you?
Oh, it's huge, man. Getting that Ford win at Daytona. We have so much history here at Daytona, and man, it's finally checking something off my list that I haven't done in a league, and getting a Daytona win. It's really special. And having almost a 1-2 finish was even better.
Now, it looked like there early in the race, you and Deathbomb were the first ones to wreck. Was there any part or any point in the race where you thought maybe it wasn't meant to be?
Oh, I mean, with the whole Austin Cindric flipping at Daytona, obviously, you had that in your mind somewhere, obviously, and just, that's always a big thought. But, I mean, no huge wrecks, which is not always the worst thing or the best thing, but yeah, it's still a good race.
Alright. You're obviously going part-time. You won. You got a lot more points than the others. Any chance you go full-time for this season?
Probably not, but, just trying to get as much points as we can,
You gotta rack them up.
Be there for owner's points.
Alright, and, yeah, you and Racing Fan, you were working together, the two of you, all night. It seemed like there was only maybe, 10 or 15 laps where you guys were not bumper to bumper 1-2. Explain the strategy.
Oh, I mean, when there's only two of you, it's really tough, when there's only two of you, comparing to how many there were, 4, 5 Chevys. Obviously, manufacturer usually beats, but when you work with the right people, that can sometimes be the game changer, which was what happened that last 10 laps.
Alright, is there anyone you want to thank?
I think Ford Performance, Ford obviously for putting a great car together. Also for the 60 guys and the 98 team as well. I'd like to thank them, the whole race, and pretty much everybody else. Thank the fans for coming out here tonight. Yeah, woo NASCAR.
Woo NASCAR. Woo! You could really hear the crowd noise there.
But yeah, we're gonna park this thing right in Victory Lane.
You're gonna park that baby. I hope you get some screenshots of that later, because this pick is gonna go hard right here. But yeah, Egg, congratulations! You are a Daytona winner.
Let's go.
Alright, Deathbomb, I'm gonna interview. You came up just short tonight, but if you look at the positive side, it's your best career finish that you've got in the league. So, yeah, congratulations. First race, second place. How'd you do it?
Honestly, working with the rest of the Chevys, Jake and Kodine, they helped a lot with my surge there late in the race. I had a good run there at the lead and led a couple laps. My car was just unstable. That's mainly what costed me that win right there, was just going through the corners. I could barely hang on to it. I'm just glad I didn't wreck half the field.
Yeah, there was a couple moments where I thought the big one was going to strike, but you guys did a good job of keeping it together. Explain how those last 2 or 3 or so laps were and how you made your run to the front there. That was incredible.
I made my run. I just got behind the 2 Fords, went full speed. I saw a gap between Racing Fan and Jake, and I just went for it and stuck with the Chevys the rest of the race until eventually that line died, and then I just made a last run once again behind the Fords and just junked it straight below the line and was able to get second. So, I mean, It was a fun race. I'm happy with my podium. I honestly expected me to get like 4th or 5th in this race. I didn't expect to do that well, but for me to get a podium position, it's nice, especially in my first race.
All right. Well, we're gonna hope you can keep that momentum up all season. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You as well. All right. Where is Racing Fan? Racing Fan with the podium. Your teammate won the race. Explain how those last couple of laps went from your position.
Well, most of the race I just ended up helping out Egg. He was helping me the whole race. Just trying our best to stay in front of the Chevys. Every once in a while, Death Bomb just kept staying with us when all the other Chevys were trying to work together to get past us, but yeah, it was a good race. Glad Egg won. I wish I could have gotten second, but I'll take third. Glad we didn't have wrecks at the end. We did have one wreck, but it was kind of my fault, and I'll take blame for that. But other than that, it was a good race. I enjoyed it.
So how do you think this race compared to last season? Better, worse?
It was chaotic, but it was like less and more chaotic. I don't know how to explain it. It was definitely a lot less. I don't know how to explain it because last year was fucking crazy coming to the end. In this race, I was just focused on getting one of the fourth in victory lane, and that's what we did. So really wasn't focused on just winning. Really focused on getting just one of our fours in victory lane.
Well, the strategy obviously paid off. It's either you or Egg who got the bonus point for most laps led. So
Yeah,
yeah, congratulations. Next week is Vegas and Road America. How do you feel about those races?
Road America, I mean, I'm gonna suck ass there, I just know it. So, every other track, I mean, I'm gonna be looking forward to it since I did well on top of those races last year. So, yeah. Daytona was a good start to the season. I'm looking forward to how the rest of the season goes.
Alright. Thank you, Racing Fan. A very confident Racing Fan there. And that is going to do it for your top 3 today. Racing Fan finishing 3rd, Death Bomb runner-up, and once again, Egg NASCAR, who broke the 60 curse, is your winner here from Daytona. Next week, same time, same place on my channel. It's going to be Las Vegas and Road America. You're not going to miss it. Thank you for watching. This has been a Big Cheese production. Good night, everybody.